How's it going, guys? In this video, I'm going to go ahead and go through the best features you can unlock with the latest generation Powerbeats Pro when paired on your Samsung device or Android device in general. So think of this video more like a tutorial guide for somebody who just bought this for the first time. Latest generation Beats Buds have to offer. Now, first thing first, the wing itself, there's an aluminum structure inside it, so it's nice and reinforced. So feel free to like bend this to like fix it to your ears, because already for me, since I wear glasses, I already flexed it enough that it's able to go around my glasses pretty nice. So I like the fact that these are actually quite durable. But placing these on, closing the case. Now in the Beats app, if it's not connecting, I like to always just override it by just long pressing on the Bluetooth and then manually select Powerbeats. Sometimes it's buggy, just because I have a lot of Bluetooth devices. But now I just tapped done, I heard a beep, play, and now we are connected. So the layout on the app is very straightforward. You have your different modes right here you can quickly switch through. You can also do gestures on the earbuds themselves. And over here where it says heart rate, just tap here, it'll automatically run, so you can pair it to a third-party app or a Peloton or other cardio equipment that supports a heart rate sensor. Now, a pretty cool thing about the heart rate app on Android is you can run the Android widget right here, which will display your heart rate right here in real time. You just need to connect it with a third-party app. Now, as the time makes the video, there's only a few apps, but I'm sure down the line there'll be more third-party apps that supports it. Right now, the Nike Run app supports it. Salvia, this app, hold on. This one right here, for some reason I have an odd time pronouncing it, but this weird one. And then, yeah, make fun of me in the comment section. Peloton, which requires a subscription. I don't recommend if you don't want to subscribe to something. But once you hit activate, if we quickly launch one of the apps I was talking about, it automatically connected to the Powerbeats Pro heart rate monitoring. And in real time, as soon as you start a workout, it'll actually read your heart rate right there. I don't know if you can see that. And it should also be displaying right here as well. Yep, it's highlighted red, showing us that we are indeed connected, so the widget will actually display our heart rate. That's how you get that going, because new this time is the built-in heart rate sensor in the earbuds. And I gotta say, it works really well. Just real quick, if you've been enjoying this video so far, if you could take 2 seconds to kindly hit that like button and like, truly appreciate those, as those allow this channel to be powered by you guys, the viewer, not integrated brands like a VPN and such like that. So thank you to those that hit that like button and like. That truly shows that you guys do enjoy these ad-free integrated ad videos. But let's carry on. Now, since I took the liberty in removing these, let's talk about the button gesture controls real quick, just to get that out of the way. The B logo is actually a physical button for both right and left are identical. And on top here is your volume rocker, which by pressing will allow you to adjust the audio of the audio you're listening to. And if we go ahead and launch like music, YouTube music as an example, and put that in the background. If you're not familiar, the button layout is basically this. So a single tap will allow the media to pause and play. A double tap will go to the next track. And if you triple tap, it will go back to the previously played track. And if you're midway through your track and you triple tap again, it'll repeat that track and then triple tap again if you like to go back. And then a long hold will switch between the 3 different modes: active noise cancellation and transparency mode. But if you like it to launch your virtual voice assistant, that's easy to do so. So by simply going back into our Beats app right here, and if we go down to the noise and voice assistant section where it says press and hold, this is where you could change it so the left could toggle something else. So right now my left one, I have it so it toggles my virtual voice assistant. So if I put these back on, and now if I long hold the left side, it activates my phone's virtual voice assistant. So I like to have one activate my virtual voice assistant and the other one will be my noise control. And then here's where you can decide if you want noise cancellation to be toggled, turn off entirely, or transparency mode. The benefits of check marking off is that you'll preserve a little bit more battery life because it's not using noise cancellation or transparency mode hardware, and you're just solely relying on the silicone tips for the best isolation. So that's my tip right there. But exiting out of here, back in the main page where it says rename your beats, just like always, you can rename these beats to something different, to a custom name. But where it says product features and you hit explore, this will just basically walk you through the different unique features that the Beats Fit Pro has to offer, including the pause and play I was just showing you earlier, the active noise cancellation and answering calls. as well as charging. But out of here, in the automatic ear detection, by having this on, if we play a song and I go ahead and remove one, it will automatically pause my media. If you don't like it to automatically pause and resume when you take it off, just disable it, and now it will no longer do that. And then below there, we already covered a noise control and voice assistant, but underneath that is where you'll find the heart rate monitoring. If you don't see yourself using this heart rate monitoring system a lot, maybe you have a smartwatch on, you can just disable and just rely on your smartwatch or smart ring even. But where it says case tone, this case does feature sound feedback. Whenever you dock this device on a wireless charger, it will play a sound, or physically plug it into the USB-C port, it will play a sound giving you feedback sound that the device is being charged. If you don't like that, you can disable it right here. But if you like to, you enjoy it, you can also increase the audio. Max is 125%. By default, it's like set at 100, but it's pretty crazy. You can increase the audio even more. Now, call controls, self-explanatory right here. Whenever you receive a call, single press on the Beats button will allow it to pick up the call. A press again in the call will mute and unmute your call, and a double tap will end that call. If you like to reverse it, you can. If you wanted to double press to mute your call, and it will correlate to the end call at the same time, depending on the preference you selected. Now, in an ear fit test, if you're not certain if the provided silicone tips that they gave you is the right fit for you, just launch the fit ear test, and this will utilize the internal microphone that the earbuds have to identify and tell if there's any sound leakage. So by simply going in here, you have to put yourself in a quiet room and just hit continue and just be quiet, and it'll give it a green light if the ear silicone tips you're using are a good fit or not. And right now we have the green light. If not, go back and just fiddle with the many different sizes that they provided. And it's okay to use one size different than the other. Everybody's ear canal is different, so you might need a small and a large on one ear canal. That's totally normal. But exiting out of that, in the microphone, if you like to have a dedicated microphone to always be in the right bud or the left earbud, you can manually select it right here, but automatic works perfectly fine for me, because as soon as I place the first earbud in my ear and it connects, that'll be the dedicated microphone for all my future phone calls. Again, it shuffles each and every time you put your earbud in your ear though. Now, noise cancellation in one earbud. This is a new feature which allows you to remove one earbud, and if you long hold, you could toggle active noise cancellation on a single earbud. I actually find this to be pretty useful, especially when you're in a conversation on a phone call with somebody and you just like to use one earbud at a time. This works. I'm actually surprised, but that's where you go in and actually enable that. Now, optimize your Beats product. To be honest, I am not sure exactly how this works because the description is kind of confusing. So the Beats app will mute and unmute if supported, make firmware updates, and send battery notifications. So from what it sounds like, you want to enable this, as this will allow the apps to basically do firmware updates and cut audio when it's doing a firmware update, so there isn't any issues or bugs with your Beats. I'm assuming that's what it is, but below there where it says under the hood, which is a pretty funny category to call this, you'll just find your serial number as well as your latest firmware update numbers. And then below there is how you register your product to stay up to date on newest features, stuff like that, which sounds like it's just going to spam me with a bunch of nonsense in my email. But lastly, if you ever misplace your Beats, as an example, if we place these back in the case, if you launch the Beats app, there is a locate my Beats, which by pressing here will show you the maps and will show the last known location your Beats were connected. So right here, it's showing that my Beats are connected. Sorry, I have most of the stuff blocked, but you can literally tap on this little blank section and you'll have the ability to launch a navigation map so you can backtrack and locate them faster. Unfortunately, on the Android side, you cannot download the Apple Find My app, which will allow you to place sound on the case, as well as each earbud in case you misplace it somewhere, which is very unfortunate. I really don't like this move from Beats/Apple for doing this, limiting the Find My feature on Android. So the best you could do is just backtrack your last known location it was last connected to your device. Unfortunately, where you cannot play sound through the speakers of the case or the earbuds to locate it. And then when it comes to listening to music, don't forget you do have a control center toggle right here, which will give you quick status and to launch you directly to the Beats app. But if you're enjoying your music, you're listening and you feel like, maybe the bass isn't good enough, you just don't like the way the EQ sounds like. Majority of Android phones, if we quickly launch into our Android phone settings by tapping the gear icon, on your setting page, This could be different depending on each Android phone you're using, but just type in EQ, you'll find an equalizer. From here, you could select balance like we do right here on the Samsung phone right now, where you can select between some pre-made ones, or you could create some custom ones. A thing that I like to do is hit play and go on my EQ setting and adjust it in real time so I can listen to the right frequency I enjoy listening to my media with. So this will adjust EQ on your beats in real time to get that best sound quality that you're looking for. But other than that, there we have it. Those are all the things that the latest generation Beats Power Beats Pro can do on an Android device. But with some of these limitations, I'm not too happy on Apple/Beats decision and what they did on Android. They kind of crippled it, but it will definitely get the job done in terms of being the ultimate wireless earbud for any athlete. The hooks definitely do come in handy, especially while running. And a new additional silicone tip for the extra small size is a nice added to make sure that these are likely to fit more people than ever before. And there you have it. Those are all the amazing things that the Powerbeats Pro can do when paired on an Android device. If you're curious to find out what's the big differences between Android and the features that you get on iOS on an iPhone, I cover that in that video over there. So some of the features that it has is kind of shocking. You'll see more of what I mean with to find my abilities and such. So definitely check out that video in case you're curious. Other than that, thank you so much for watching.